Good morning. Welcome to a new update of the markets. It's been a hectic weekend for my country, the Netherlands, but we're still here. And we're still in a crypto bull cycle or bull market, as you would call it. Ethereum made a new all-time high. So what is next? And should you be entering Ethereum at this point? I definitely argue to not do that, given the fact that we are not supposed to be buying those runs as risk reward wise. Those are just not the best entries to go for. So what should you do at this point? Well, I think you should be allocating wisely and using the DCA strategy in general. But at this point, given the fact that Ethereum is not breaking convincingly, I would definitely argue to not enter it yet. So what do we see on Ethereum? Well, we have been discussing Ethereum in the previous updates significantly, in which we have been stating, okay, we've got a fake breakout to the upside, we've got this bearish divergence, which is pretty much a negative signal. However, the area to hold is this OB here, as that is the critical support zone. If you go back towards historical price action, you can see that we got a support here as well after we've made a bearish divergence, indicating that we had some further upwards momentum. Similar bearish divergence here, critical area to hold, held here as well, and we started to see continuation. Similarly, in any of the previous runs, you can also argue to see such a momentum in which we are seeing support hold, breakout, and failure of holding the previous high, after which the price started to drop down heavily. Which in this case is also something that we should be aware of. So at this point we do see that we are making new all-time highs, everybody bullish, tra-la-la-la-la, happy, great. But what is the critical area to hold, and might be we getting a triple top structure in which we are making an even stronger bearish divergence, given that we've got this weak volume breakout momentum here. Definitely crypto and Bitcoin are inside a bull market, but you should be aware that the Ethereum futures are going live within like 2 weeks from now, and usually the top of such a news event occurs a few days or weeks prior to the actual event takes place. And given that the event takes place, price goes back into its mean, which is significantly lower at this point, as also on Bitcoin, the 21-week MA is still lower than here. Which means that I think that we just got a very nice run on the majors. We got the small caps waking up. I think and especially given historical price action, it's very likely that we're going to get to a top short term, medium or temporary top in the short term, after which we get a corrective period in February and maybe even beginning of March, after which we get the insane run onto crypto and altcoins at the end of March, starting towards the summer, where the actual party will take place. So does that mean that you should be entering into Ethereum at this point? I definitely argue to not do that, given the fact that we're just not those top buyers. Also given that we just have this weak breakout here. What to watch? Well, we technically have to watch only one level, which is this area around 1270 to 1290, maybe even 1300. That's depending on lower time frames. This is the critical level that we have to watch. Previous high has to hold, so if we get something like this, all cool. But if the price reverses here for Ethereum and loses 1300, a very likelihood that we're going to test this range low here again. If that is lost, we might be arguing to get towards $900. However, if we do hold this level, you can argue that we're going to continue towards the next Fibonacci extension tool of this move, which can be done in several ways, of course. But you're going to look at anything around $1,600 to $1,700 as the next target zone for Ethereum. So the critical level to watch for Ether itself is found at that previous high, which is flipping here for support. Still has to watch if we can't break above this one. Retest here. This has to hold in general on the lower time frame already. However, if we get something like this, you are going to see a downwards fall. but this is the critical area to watch in general. Also for entries, if you want to do that for Ether. If that is lost, most likely we're going to drop towards this area here. Ethereum, Bitcoin, heavily momentum. And I'm going to erase this part, as I thought we would not be getting this breakout here given the fact that we are in the range high. But we did, which is a bullish signal for the market. We do get those higher highs, we do get those higher lows. If we are using trends, which I'm not often doing, we are at the top of this trend currently. I'm not using it too much, but that could be a signal that we're getting into a slight corrective move. What are the levels to watch on the Bitcoin pair before we're going to see continuation? Definitely the area around 2.6 again, but most likely the area here around 0.32, in which we're getting such a momentum, after which we start to accelerate at a later pace of this year. And if you go back in history, you can see that during the previous year we had a nice run up in February, consolidation afterwards. We had a nice run up in December, and then consolidation in February until April. We also know it from 2018, run up until the beginning of February, end of January, consolidation afterwards. So historically, this run up is about to have a correction. So if you want to take those entries, you have to be a little bit more patient, or had to allocate on at the 900 range. Just be patient, use the DCA strategy. You don't need to rush to get into those positions. So time will come, you will get the opportunities, and you should be waiting nicely. Then Bitcoin, lower time frame, we do see that we're holding this 30k level here. However, everything is depending on breaking through 34 to 34.7. If that breaks, we're going to look at the previous lower high at 37.5. If we can't break and we drop once again, just like we have been stating in this previous area, we hammered the 34k level. I think we're going to make another drop down, and then we're going to look at 24 to 26 as the cycle low of this correction on Bitcoin, after which the grind can start. So there is a likelihood that we get such a momentum, after which we break south at a later stage like this, or we get another run and we start to do this in a later pace. But in general, I'm assuming we're getting such a pattern in which the 21 weekly MA starts to wake up as well, and the real alt season has to start from March and April onwards. So that's the update for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll be back tonight with the live stream at 8 p.m. Central European Time. If you want to stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I'm really close to 10k followers on Instagram as well, so please follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you another time.